Hi ladies, it's Dawn. Welcome back to my channel. So I was intending to make this video before the 23rd, and the reason why I wanted to make it before February 23rd is that Glossier, the niche makeup brand that you may have heard of, I love the brand and I've heard of it for like the past 4 years, but it's kind of like a niche brand. They don't even have like standalone stores everywhere. I know there are some in California and maybe in the Pacific Northwest, but definitely none out here by me. And I live in Chicago, the Chicagoland area. We don't have a Glossier store. So it's all online, and it's been all online for me. I found out about the brand probably in 2019 when I found out about a fragrance. And then that kind of opened my eyes to the brand. And then when COVID shutdowns happened and everybody was hunkering in at home, I still like to wear makeup on it the daily. So it's a really kind of minimalistic approach to makeup. And a lot of us have paid attention to those brands, like Bobbi Brown's new brand. I can't think of what it's called. I don't own anything from that brand. And if you do, in the comments, let me know. Is it something I need to try? I know she has like these balm products. It really like piques my interest. But that's one. Merit is another. RMS Beauty is another. Tower 28. They're brands that kind of popped up, and they're niche brands, all clean, a minimalistic approach to makeup. They don't have like 17 eyeshadow palettes or, it's just like, this is all you need, this little tiny capsule of makeup. And I liked that. And what I really liked too is that the prices are a little bit more than drugstore, because drugstore makeup is expensive nowadays. Like I have a L'Oreal large eyeshadow palette that I love. It's one of my favorites. And I think it was like $17. Like, how did that happen? I remember when drugstore makeup was like around $13 was a lot, but prices are going up on everything, including makeup. And so it's priced slightly higher than drugstore, but less than brands like, say, IT Cosmetics or Tarte, or those kind of mid-range brands that you see at Sephora and Ulta. So it's less than that. And it's less than those other brands like Tower 28, Bobbi Brown, whatever her clean line is. Jones Road Beauty, that's what it is, Jones Road Beauty. I knew my brain was trying to access the files. So anyways, it's less than that. It's less than RMS Beauty. So it's affordable. And a lot of young people are attracted to the brand. And because of that, I never paid close attention to the skincare, because I thought, well, it's all like 20-year-olds and teenagers. So what kind of skincare do they have? But just last night when I was looking up some of the product ingredients to share with you, or notes in the fragrance and things like that, I perused the skincare, and there's quite a few really nice products. I've never tried them, and they're all packaged kind of minimalistically, so they're not obnoxious. There's a lot of BHA, AHA toners and products that add moisture, hydration, some actives, and some glowy products. So I thought, oh wow, maybe this is something I need to eventually look into. But I'm so happy with my skincare right now. I don't want to rock the boat, but I wanted to tell you guys it might be really good. If you've tried it, let us know down in the comments. If you know anything about it, let us know down in the comments. So I haven't tried the skincare. I do have one skincare product in here, and I'll explain to you at the very end how I use that product, but it is used on the skin. The rest of the products I've collected over a 3-year period, and I've used up some of them and repurchased them in different colors. Some of them have walked off with my daughters and I've repurchased them, or I just haven't gotten around to repurchasing them yet. Some of the products are ride or die products that I absolutely love and I always want in my collection. And some are kind of like, no, this is what you should get instead. And if I tell you to pass on one of the Glossier products, I will recommend something else instead. I'll try to, not from Glossier, but from somewhere else. So this is my Glossier stack. And I also like to have it on the go, on the ready. So if we're going somewhere and I don't have my makeup on, I can apply it in my car. It's just that easy to use. So it's great for that too. Great for the weekends. You can do kind of more of a fuller glam look. I kind of went wild today, but it can be so light and natural as well to go to the gym or the grocery store or just sit home and do nothing. So I'm gonna show you the products that I would recommend. I'll tell you what I wouldn't recommend. And the last thing I wanted to tell you is that they do have one product for like kind of like a face base or foundation, and it's a skin tint. And I am not purchasing that. I like more coverage than what that product would offer. I did see it at Sephora and apply it on my skin. It looked really beautiful. And if you don't like coverage, you want like a 0.5 coverage or a 1, like very light, that might pique your interest. And it's also very dewy, and I don't like that either. I don't like products that give no coverage but glow. I feel like a grease ball because I have an oily skin type. So anyways, let's just jump in and I will tell you what I would recommend, what I wouldn't recommend, and how you can possibly get some of these products cheaper at the very end. So let's just jump in and get started. Okay, I'm going to start with the products that I don't really like because it's the first thing I'm going to apply a little of onto my face, and I just want to show you. So a couple popular products from Glossier. I think my daughters would really enjoy these, and these are the Lid Star, and they are eyeshadows that come with like a doe foot applicator, sort of like your one and done, or perhaps like a pop in the center of your lid. And I wanted these for a one and done, but I find that they spread out so sheer, and when they dry down, I don't really like the way they feel on my eyes, like maybe a little bit tight. And so I got the two colors that I thought I would wear, and these are in the kind of shimmery ones. They also have matte ones. I feel like this is as pigmented as they get because after you apply them, you blend them out, and it kind of just blends into like just a sheer glimmer. So for the money, I feel like you're better off just getting something from the drugstore, something from Maybelline, or those little pots from L'Oreal. They're actually a lot more affordable, and they deliver the same kind of look, but with more pigmentation for a one and done eyeshadow look. So these are two products that for me, I don't love. Okay, the next products I like a little bit more, and they're their eyeshadow palettes in the tin, and the tin is refillable. So you purchase a tin like this with the eyeshadow colors of your choice, and then once they're gone, this pops out and you can recycle it and refill it. And this is in the shade Prairie, and as you can see, there are three very similar shades, and they're supposed to be. The next one I have is Heather, and it's like mauve tones, all the same tones, but you get three different finishes. So I did swatch these shades just to show you how the same color looks in the different finishes. So I've got my matte, and that is that one. And then I've got sort of like my metallic sparkly shade. And then I've got one with a satin finish. And as you can see, that swatch is a lot darker. So you can use these as a one eyeshadow makeup look and just select the finish of your choice. Or you can just play around with the different finishes together. And that's what I typically do. When you purchase these, I think that they retail for $22. I'll link them below. And they bundle a lot of their products on the Glossier website. And I'm not sure that they're going to do that at Sephora, but hopefully they will. And there was a bundle and the brush was included. And this is a really nice brush. And so I just have one brush, two palettes, and I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of this on one of my eyes so you can see how it looks. So the first thing I'm doing is picking up the matte shade, and it isn't dusty or anything. I do really like the formula a lot. And I'm going to put the matte into my crease and above my crease, like so. And I'm not going to go too crazy today. I'm just going to do light makeup. Okay, and now the next one I'm going to do is take the satiny shade right here. Actually, you know what? I think I made a mistake. I think that's the metallic, and that's fine. I really like where I'm putting it. So this one's the metallic shade. It's really pretty. Okay, and now I guess I'll just pick up some of the satin and just see how it looks if I put that in the outer corner. It's not really going to change much because like I said, they're all the same color. So as you can see, the different finishes do build up really nicely upon each other. It looks a little silly right now because it's not super blended out and I'm not wearing my liner or my mascara, but that will come. But I wanted you to see that they do layer nicely upon each other and they are really pretty together. And you could take the shimmer and just pat that right in the center. And I think that looks really pretty for like a spotlight on my mobile lid. So it's just really soft makeup and it's pretty pigmented. Now I don't like the eyeshadows from Glossier after having said all that. I don't think that these are worth it, like I said, but these, I feel like for $22, couldn't they have put this one here and maybe added one other color? I know that they're monochromatic, but it would be really nice to have like a light color to work with in there for like your inner corner or maybe up in the arch of your brow. Just something. I mean, give us something for $22. One more color would be really nice. So that's my only complaint. And I know, I'm making a big deal out of something silly. But yeah, I'm reviewing it for you. So I wanted to just let you know, you only get the 3 shades, all one color, all different textures, really nice makeup. But I would get it on sale. Or even better, just pick up a Sephora pocket palette for a fraction of the cost. This one's sort of like rosy tones, lighter than what's in this palette, but you get 6 shades and this is like $10 and the quality is amazing. And I feel like the pans are close in size. Anyway, just some thoughts on how you could save some money. And so I think the monochromatic palettes, maybe it would be fun to try one with the tin and then you can refill it, which is less expensive to do. I can't remember how much the refills are, but I'll put it here on the screen. And I'll give you an opportunity to try them and see what you think. But this is the way to quickly go over the next 2 products. This one is the liquid eyeliner and it's called Glossier's Pro Tip Eyeliner. And it looks like this. It has a little bead in there to kind of mix up the product. And it's got a felt tip on the end. And mine is in the shade black. I don't know if it comes in more than 1 shade, but I always just grab black. And I really like the tip and it's really easy to use. Now, whenever I say that, I always end up having a really hard time. So let me just see. It's affordable and I'll link it down below in the description box. And it is very long wearing and you won't have to worry about touching it up or anything during the day. But other than that, it's just a really nice product and good value for the money in my opinion. I've had this a long time and it's still going strong. The packaging is, it's so minimalistic and pink. I feel like it's appealing to probably the younger generation or millennials, and of course to older women like myself, because even though it's kind of pink, it has these pops of red on some of their products, it's very minimalistic and pretty. And so this is how it looks. And the brush is a really nice rubber bristle brush with just a little bit of flexibility so it can really grab every lash. And I will show you. And I'm sure you're thinking, I don't see anything, but I can in my magnified mirror. And that's one little coat on the upper lashes. And it's really just tinting my natural lashes and maybe separating and adding a teensy bit of length, but it's really just your lashes, but better. Phew, excuse me. Let me show you with another coat. One thing I will say is it never gets clumpy and it really is just a pretty application. So if you're someone who likes to go to the gym and you don't want to look like you're wearing a lot of makeup and you aren't going to put makeup on, one simple little coat of this for someone like me who has very light eyelashes is enough. And you're not going to sweat it off. It will stay put. It is kind of, I don't know, they don't call it a tubing mascara, but it's like a tubing mascara in that it washes off with warm water, and that's how I remove it in the shower. So it does, you know, it's fine. I don't love it. And neither of my daughters actually love it, surprisingly, because they're both, you know, they don't wear makeup every day, but they would just rather not bother at all than purchase this and have that very light application. So what I am going to do instead is apply a few coats of Voluminous by L'Oreal. This is what I would recommend instead, and I'll come back and show you how it looks. Hey, this is how I like my mascara to look. I like a lot of mascara. So I went ahead and just used my drugstore mascara. So you don't even have to pick anything up at Sephora unless you want to. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to concealer. This product is the Stretch Concealer. And I purchased this less than a year ago, and it is an amazing product. It has ingredients in it that help it kind of stretch and move with your skin. And a lot of brands are including ingredients like that. So what I'm gonna use is my Angie Hot and Flashy Concealer Brush. And I got this from BK Beauty. And if I were to only purchase one brush from BK Beauty, this would be the one. It's just like perfect for getting into little pots like this. You could use it for eyeshadow, like 1-inch on eyeshadow. You could use it for your concealer. It's just a really great product. It's even really good for contouring your nose. I can use it for so many things. I love this brush. So I'm gonna just apply my concealer using the brush. And it's so easy to clean up eyeshadow and make everything nice and neat and soft lines. This is a really wonderful product. In fact, I was keeping it in my little pouch of Glossier products all together, so I wasn't seeing it in front of me all the time, and I wasn't using it regularly. So I pulled it out, and I'm keeping it on my vanity because I really love this product. I don't want it to ever get old or dry up. It's not showing any signs of that, but I really want to use it up because I love it. The next two products are Glossier's brow products. And this is what made me try the brand. I kept seeing people talking about the Glossier Boy Brow. And it's a brow pomade that's in this kind of formula. So it's a little tiny spoolie, which again is like the perfect size to work with. It comes in the shade Auburn, which matches my hair absolutely perfectly. And it's got a little bit of a waxy consistency, so it works like a pomade, but it doesn't ever get chunky and leave like pieces on your brow. Just super easy to work with. And I guess I'm saying that because it's not like a fiber brow product where it leaves little fibers to thicken, although it does thicken, but it's because it has sort of like a wax in there or something in there that makes it thicken up your brows. And then the next product is really nice, and I have absolutely no qualms with it. It's one of my favorites. This only comes in 3 shades, blonde, brown, and like dark for black. And I got mine in blonde, and that works best for me. And so what I use this for is just kind of filling in like brows where I want them to be. You know, like I have more brows, and kind of extending the tail, making little different strokes. That's all I do. I don't go wild with it, but this is the real showstopper in my opinion. I love this product. It isn't a super huge container, but it does last quite a while, every 6 months. My daughter uses it too, and I supply that for her. She's 24 and she's got a job and makes her own money, so I'm not sure why I do that, but I do. I also send her, she likes La Roche-Posay skincare products, and she has a couple products she uses, and whenever she's running low, I send that to her as well. Do any of you mamas do that with like your grown kids? She can afford it, but it's just like a care package and a way for me to show love, so I do. So anyway, boy brow, and so you can see this brow is flatter than this brow, so disregard that. When I'm talking and I'm animated, you don't notice it as much, but in real life, you know, that's how it is. So that's the brow that's finished compared to the brow that's not. I'm gonna go finish this brow and I will be right back. Okay, I think that the Glossier face products are really fun. I like the way they're packaged. They're really easy to kind of transport on vacation, and I've done that, or for weekend getaways. And so the first thing I'm going to use is the solar paint, and it looks like this. This is my winter color, which is Flare, and my summer color when I'm self-tanning, I think is called Ray. And I think it does come in 4 different shades. I think there's a light shade, 2 kind of medium shades, one deeper than the other, and then I think there's a dark shade. And so this one is Flare. Again, the doe foot applicator, which I really like. Let me just move I'm gonna put my hair back for this. Okay, I have my hair pulled back. And so what I like to do is just kind of dot this around my melon, like you've seen me do a million times, beneath my cheekbone, like that. And I kind of do a little bit of contouring, little down my nose. It's a really nice product. Okay, and I just have a stippling brush, and I'm just going to kind of move it around with the stippling brush. You could use your fingers. That's another really great thing. So like, again, if you're on the go, and there have been times where I've taken this little thing with me, applied my foundation, actually on a way to a wedding. I did that recently. And I applied my makeup in the car on our way using my Glossier products. My neck and chest are pretty pale. I'm going to start self-tanning soon because we're gonna go on spring break at the end of the month. I'm so excited. I don't think I've ever needed a vacation, like really like felt like I needed a vacation like I do this year. This year I feel like I really need a vacation. Just like so much stress going on in my life and changes, and I'm just trying to cope with everything, and it's really nice to get away. But then at the same time, when you're feeling that way, you feel like you shouldn't go away. Do you know what I mean? Like you feel like, well, the world will end if I'm not here to kind of keep everything, all the balls in the air. Do you ever feel that way? I know it's not true that if I go away, everything will still happen just as they should. You know, there's nothing I can do to, you know, hold everything together. I'm not the glue, but you feel that way. And I don't want to feel that way because I want to enjoy myself, and that's what I'm intending to do. You're going to see how much I love this next product. Love, love, love this next product. And I have purchased it again and again in bundles. Like I said, on the Glossier website, they bundle this product often with other products like Boy Brow and one of these. And these are the Cloud Paint. And they look like this, and I have 3 of them. I'm almost done with Beam. This is probably my favorite. I use it in the summer. It's really like a pretty, pretty cool, like cantaloupe shade, and it's just so pretty, and I love it. So this is Beam, and it looks really bright, but trust me, it's so pretty on. I'm not gonna use this one today because I don't think it goes well with the eyeshadow. And then the next one I also got, I tried this one first in a bundle, and it's like half gone. This is a product I will cut the tube and use every bit of it. Really good. I love these. You might think that they look a little like the Maybelline Cheek Heats, and they do in the little tube, but they're not the same. I was hoping to do a dupe video, so I went out and purchased the Cheek Heat from Maybelline in this same kind of shade, and it just kind of soaks into my skin during the day and disappears on me unless I apply a ton of it. This isn't like that. You don't need a lot. And so I think this is a far superior product. So that's why I'm recommending it. It's really good. Okay, then after I got that one, I wanted to get another Glossier product, and I don't remember which one it was. So I purchased another bundle, and I got this one, and this one's Storm, and this is another favorite of mine. And then the next one is called Puff. And this is my newest edition. I've been wanting to get this one for a while, but every time I tried to purchase it, it was sold out. So that should tell you a lot about this product. I think a lot of people like pinky shades like this. And it's just like the Storm, but rather than being peachy, it's pinky. And it's just that soft, delicate pink. So, so pretty. And so Storm is like a reddish. It's called a rose, I think, on the website, but to me, it's definitely red, and it looks really scary, but I had hopes for it when I purchased it, and my hopes were not dashed. It does perform like I hoped it would, and that it gives you that that look of just, I've been out in the cold. I say that all the time. I have some physical activity. I'm in love. Look at how rosy I am. That's the look. And I really like this. So let's apply a little of this on my cheekbone and a little up here. And I'm going to take a stippling brush, not the one I used for my bronzer. This one's a smaller one because I want to be more strategic. And you can just kind of pounce it around. Okay, and it does dry down nicely, but it doesn't dry down too fast. You saw how long that sat there, and it gives you time to work with it. Okay, and if you know me, I'm not satisfied. I need way more blush than that, and I would apply more of that, but I want to see how, I've never done this before, how the puff looks with it. So I'm going to apply a little bit of the puff, just on like the apples. And there, I'm ready to go. I look like a Raggedy Ann doll. Okay, so I'm just gonna, again, stipple. And I'm gonna try to keep this mainly on the apples. Just for that brightness. I think that's pretty good. It blends out really, really nicely. And I can go out on an 85, 90 degree summer day in the Midwest here where it gets really humid, and it will last and last. It really will. I won't sweat it off. It's just a really good quality. And that's another reason why I really love that product so much. I think it's definitely worth the money. Okay, the next product is another product that I really fell in love with when I first tried Glossier. And I've purchased these several times. And the reason I have is that my daughters love them too. So I've purchased, I think this color is new to the collection, but I had more of like a pinky one before. And this one's like a little more red. And then this one's more nude. And this is the Gen Z lip product. And it looks like this. This is like the nudie one. I'm running out of places on my hand. And it looks like that. And then I have this one in the shade Zip. The nude one is Cake. I'm not sure if I said that. And this one is Zip. And it's like more red. And what I love about these is they are made for that blotted lip look. You know, I guess the whole Glossier shtick that they claim is that it will deliver the model off duty. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's like a trend. I don't know. I'm like 54 years old, so what do I know? But they show models off duty, and that's the look Glossier products are trying to recreate, which makes me think they are made for a younger generation. But trust me, they're really good, even on us mature ladies. So it gives you the blotted lip look, and it even says on the website they were created to kind of mimic a certain makeup artist that would just blot the lipstick on, and then it looks like it's just your lips, but better. And I kind of want to use the red, but I don't think it'll go with the rest of my look. So I think I'll go with the nude. But the red one in Zip, I will use in another video because I love this. And the reason I love it is that it allows me to wear red lipstick without wearing red lipstick. If I put it on, it might be hard to get off, but what the heck? I'm gonna go ahead and show you. So you're supposed to kind of like not go like this, but kind of blot it on. Kind of tap it, or take your finger, and it doesn't feel like you have anything on your lips at all. Nothing at all. I can deepen this a lot if I wanted to. You know, you saw how little I applied. It's not oily, it's not anything. It's just really nice. Let me show you just a full-on kind of red lip. It's a really pretty summer red lip, right? It's kind of corally. So it's just like, oh, I have rosebud lips. This is how I look when I wake up in the morning. That's what it's supposed to impart. It's really pretty, right? I'll show this to you in another video because I have a perfect combination for this with a gloss that just, you know, kind of like a really basic eye, basic cheeks, and then this is like my pop of color. And I go a little bit more heavy-handed than I did today. So pretty. This is Cake, and this is the first one I got, and I've purchased this one again and again because this is my daughter's favorite too, both of my daughters. So I've given these away to them lots of times. And then they lose them, and then they take mine. I make my daughters sound so bad. They're really not. They're wonderful. But this is Cake. And even though it's like a drier product, it does not dry out your lips, and it feels a little cushiony on your lips. So when you rub your lips together, it doesn't feel like, you know, you're shearing your lips against each other. There's like a little cushion there, and it feels nice. Will it hydrate your lips? No, it's not going to add any additional hydration. One of the products that I ordered that isn't here is one of their glosses, because I've never tried their tinted glosses, and I've been really into those lately, just because I've been loving that hydration, and I've never tried it. So I did order one, and it's not here. So I'll have to talk to you about that later, but Cake it is. This will go into my purse for today. We're going to be going out today, and this is what I'll reapply. This is the finished makeup look, and I'm going to tell you briefly what I would recommend skipping. Unless you absolutely love this eyeshadow look, the quality is really good, and it is really pretty, and it is super easy. Like I said, this is like minimalistic makeup, but I look kind of glam, I think. Like, you know, I can wear this to an event, and it's really pretty. Or you can go incredibly light-handed and then definitely look like I'm just home on a Saturday and I'm naturally beautiful. That's how you look. So, the products that I would recommend for sure are the Stretch Concealer, the Boy Brow Pomade, not the Flick. I think unless you really need that product, I wish it came in Auburn. Until it does, that won't be one of my favorites. So the Boy Brow, the Stretch Concealer, one of the Gen Z lip products I just applied in a color that you would like, because I've tried other colors that my daughters have carried away, and I think they're absolutely beautiful. I'd love to have more shades. So I'd recommend that. So that's 3 products. Let me see. Oh, the Cloud Paint blushes and the Solar Glow, or whatever that is, the bronzer, both really, really nice. I'd go with the Cloud Paint and just use whatever bronzer you have. The bronzer is really, really nice. Don't get me wrong, but you probably have a bronzer, and that isn't, like, I think a must-have product from Glossier. It is nice, and I do have another one coming for summer, so I like it. And I would skip these. I'm very, very light, and they don't show up on me, but I think if you have a darker complexion, they might show up better on you, because I think the contrast would be better, but these are light and I'm light, and they just kind of fade away. So I'd skip those. And yeah, those are the top 5. I'd avoid the eyeshadow palettes unless you absolutely love them, and any eyeshadow products that I've tried, I have not loved. So, but there is one product, and I made a whole video about this in a top 3 products that I love video a couple of years ago, and it is this. And this is a fragrance from Glossier. It retails for $65, and you get 1.7 ounces, and it's called You. And it is supposed to smell different on every single person, and you will have your own unique scent. And this is supposed to be a thumbprint here, because we all have different fingerprints, and again, to symbolize that it's unique to you. So if you were to try on my fragrance, it would smell different on you than it does on me. And so let me just tell you some of the notes that are in it. So the top note is pink pepper, which gives it a bright and sparkly scent. And then the middle note is amberette seeds, which gives it a woodsy scent. And then the base note is warm amber, which balances it and helps it smell really fresh. And I do notice it does have like a little bit of a powdery scent, but it smells kind of unisex to me, and I really like that. I like unisex fragrances. I like fragrances that smell a little bit powdery, warm and cozy and feminine, but also have kind of something in there that smells unisex. I think in this case, it's the amberette seeds, which gives it that woodsy scent that is so popular in men's colognes and men's, what do they call them? Not perfumes, colognes. And this is empty. I have none left, and I'm absolutely gonna buy it. I had thrown this in my empties, and I can squirt out the tiniest bit, but I really love it. And then the other thing that I really love is this body oil from Glossier, and it's called the Body Hero Dry Touch Oil Mist. And this is the second one that I purchased. It took me almost 2 years to get through the first one, and I've had this for a year. And what I really like to do is usually put this on. It's a dry oil, and I rub it in, and it has a fragrance of its own, but I think that the fragrance, it doesn't say this anywhere, is this fragrance. I feel like it smells like you, but very, very, very light. And so I like to use this and then layer it with you. Oh, I can't wait to get a new bottle. I've had this empty for quite some time, and I haven't repurchased it. I was going through some other fragrances for the fall and winter, but I'm definitely picking this up again for the spring. So this is a definite top product. This, the Stretch Concealer, the Cloud Paints, and the Gen Z Lips. That's all you need. Hopefully it'll come in a bundle. If you order it on the Glossier site, always check. If you're going to go into Sephora and purchase products from Glossier, also go to the website and see if there's some sort of bundle or some better deal. That's what I would recommend. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. I love interacting with you. And let me know, is there any products that you love from Glossier? Any products you'd like to try? Or products that you're just like, no, I'll never try that, or I hate that brand. Let me know. I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day, and I'll see you next time.